The lady even had that her mother-in-law should be dead.
Oh,
she doesn't want a mother-in-law.
let's not go there.
Exactly, because she said she doesn't want any mother-in-law on her neck.
Wow.
So the question is, you wrote everything and you left the human being.
Right. I've never even thought of that.
Yes.
Hi friends. Okay, so we are back again to continue. I'm going to ask them all the questions about marriage and blah 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 and all of that. So if you are new here, my name is Truth. Meet Stella and meet Laura. We are still on marriage and relationships and how we can be better in our marriages and our relationships. Do you think every single person should have a list or a kind of list or prospects that I'll be like, okay, yeah, maybe I like my man this way, or a man will say I like my woman this way, and have a list that be question? It might not be a written list, but do you think people should have lists?
I think we all have meals we would want to eat. We have favorite food and everything.
Okay.
You can, for reasons because you want to still be the woman you are, have a list. Not that written down or anything. You can have as many as you want. But the truth of the matter is it going to favor you in the future?
What does that mean?
What
do you mean?
If your checklist is, I know a lady whose checklist was, he should have minimum educational qualification, a PhD. He should
that's only
have
1%
his own
of the
house.
Oh.
He should have about 2 cars.
Ooh.
He should. After mentioning the checklist, what I said, well, these are all material things.
Tornado comes as
away. What about the person himself or herself? We do the checklist and we forget about the human being you believe in with. We just write about. The lady even had that her mother-in-law should be dead.
Oh,
she doesn't want a mother-in-law.
Let's not go there.
Exactly, because she said she doesn't want any mother-in-law on her neck.
Wow.
So the question is, you wrote everything and you left the human being.
Right.
I've never even thought of that.
Yes. So you should, if you are making a checklist, it is for yourself, some for your Christian background. You want to continue with that sanity. You don't want a man coming into your life and be taking you to shrines. So you would want a man who have the same level of belief, that those standards you hold high in the Bible. You don't want a man letting you fall, You want your fire to be burning and burning and burning till the coming of the King. So you have to be looking at those things, not to be taking. You should have a 60 pair of shoes.
Oh my God!
He should be able to. Somebody goes like, I want a man who has traveled all over the world. Did he go with you? Did he go with you? What does it add to your marriage?
Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, so based on this, what do you think are the personal habits or the traits that someone should develop before they get married? Is it clear?
No, the question is clear. I think the same things that that refine us as believers are the same things that will be good habits in your marriage. I don't think there's like a special list from my perspective. I think as you are following Christ, as you are continually being sanctified, like that's our life. That's our entire life. And then the person who you marry kind of comes alongside you and they're like, oh, I also want to do this. And then you just keep going.
What was your question?
Personal habits or traits you should develop before you get married. Like, what are the things you should develop?
Personal. Not the things you should be doing or have.
No, or not even the things you are expecting your partner to have.
No,
you
as an individual. Okay. So
like a single person. Maybe
as
you are advising
person,
a single person before they get
I would
married.
advise you, a single person, before you get married, please have something doing by yourself. Even if it's not a formal employment, even if you are doing online sales, if you are doing just something that fetches you money or keeps you busy. As a single lady, in fact, the guys, it's a must.
Why? Why is it a must?
No, A man, you should be earning something.
Okay. So
Before you can
unemployed people
settle.
are not allowed to marry?
I don't know what unemployed people would want to be doing. I mean,
Really?
how do you provide when children come in? How do you? So are you going to leave all the burden on the woman? And I know we'll be talking about burden sharing.
Okay.
Are you going to leave everything on the woman?
Hmm.
You wouldn't want to bring. Who wants to be a burden on another person? I don't know about anybody, but I wouldn't want to be. So as a woman,
Okay.
just get something doing, especially from where we are coming from.
Okay.
I believe you shouldn't just be sitting there waiting for the man to buy you everything. Just get something doing so that at the end of the day you can even buy something for your in-laws without asking your husband.
Okay.
By the time your husband gets to know, his mother calls him and thank your wife for me. He says, "Mommy, what?" "Oh, she brought me this." And you go like, "Yes, I know my wife did it." So just as a single lady, especially, no matter how little whatever you are doing, so long as it keeps you busy and it fetches you something,
Makes sense.
you should get something doing. And the second thing is, I don't know the level of maturity anybody is, but you need to be mature emotionally.
Mhm.
You should be able to take things in. Two people coming from different backgrounds. What you do in your house that is normal, it is abnormal in another person's house. So you should be able to take things in emotionally. You don't just flare up with everything and start talking anyhow. Sometimes you need to swallow it. That is what will bring you peace in your home. That is what you want, peace of mind. So there are things that sometimes you just need to watch it and say,
Yeah, especially if it's things that like it's not detrimental to your marriage. It's just different. You know, it's just like you do that way, I do it this way. There's not a right or wrong. It's just you do it.
Because of the cultural difference.
Which I feel like will come
So
to that.
Be emotionally mature. There are some things that yes, you have to voice it out. But there are some little things that ordinarily, if your sibling should do it, you would complain back. If it's your husband, just let it go.
Nice. Yeah. You people are make. Is it that serious?
Marriage.
Yeah.
Is it a joke?
I mean, we see all the glam on social media.
That is what
and
they
all
want
the
to show
pictures
you.
and all the fun.
Beyond
that,
do they bring it when they are arguing?
well,
Do you see them arguing in their videos? Ask her. They will show you what you want to see, you know. But go live with them for just a day, and you see, it is sweet. It is beautiful. Yes, and I think one of the things I would say I enjoy doing is being married.
Okay.
It is sweet.
Let the singles breed, you people.
You will breed when you get married.
So, you can breathe now. It's okay.
It is not joke, and it is for mature minds. And if you haven't, that's why I say it's a conscious thing. You don't accidentally make things happen in marriage. Those who are married for 40, 45 years, even 15 years, even 10 years, ask them. It's a whole lot of work. You have to put in the effort to get a result. If you lay back and expect the other person to do everything, my dear, you would fail.
Yeah, and I think there's a difference. Like there's intentionality and there's work, but I don't think that necessarily means that it's hard all the time.
No. It's
like,
sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet, but it does take intentionality. It does take work, but I wouldn't then say like, oh, well, it's just so hard.
No,
like we're just suffering over here. Like,
okay.
And when you do it right,
Okay.
you really enjoy it.
Okay, tell us. Let the singles breathe. Let us breathe. What is the best part about being married? Both of you are married. What's the best part about being married?
ooh. I would say, now we're only a year in, and so I'm no expert. I just talk from my own experience.
Okay.
But I would say my favorite part is the companionship, the friendship of having someone that you're building something with, then that's your person. That's my favorite part.
I think mine is just like his. The favorite part for me is having somebody around you, somebody you know you can pour out your heart to, with a person not judging you or anything of that sort. Somebody you can always say that I've got this person. Act like this person would go any length for me. And for me, it's about the future and the future together. So knowing that this person is there for me, for death, it was bad.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, I'm really learning a lot, and I feel like even though I'm the one asking these questions, I'll rewatch this video over and over. Please subscribe if you haven't yet.
Yeah, we haven't told you yet.
Yes.
Subscribe.